Good evening and welcome aboard Austrian 623. My name is Cody, or Lufthansa 145, and we are prepared back in the Q400 in a flight inspired by one of our community members and friends, Niels, who today flew to JFK in real life. So his day was a real interesting one. He started out in Vienna and went to Warsaw in the Q400, which is the flight that we're mimicking right now. And then after that, after maybe about an hour and a half, it seemed, 2 hours on the ground at Warsaw, he then jumped into an Airbus 343, then flew to JFK. So his flights today were done with LOT Polish Airlines because it's virtual H and not LOT. We didn't have that. However, Austrian does a similar flight, so I decided to jump in that tonight and take that for a run. So I started the video a little bit earlier than normal, so we're just actually approaching top of descent. So I just wanted to show you the airplane really quickly, make sure that we had everything set up and ready to go for the landing. So at Warsaw, we are set up. Flight plan, menu, arrival. So runway 33 on the lodged 4 uniform. Is that 4 uniform? Yep, 4 uniform. WA 534 transition for the ILS 33 Yankee. So that's the approach that we're going to do. Now, right now, down on the ground in Warsaw, the winds have changed like 3 times since I've taken off. So airport. So last updated about 30 minutes ago. Winds are 220 at 4. So probably actually favors runway 29 more than a runway 33, but and there's top of descent now, so spool that back. Don't go flying into the red here. Perfect. It's really quiet in my earphones. Holy crap. Bad jack on this controller here. Anyways, so yeah, coming down from flight level 230, we're going down to 3000, and let's keep 250 if we can. Ask people to sit down. That's all good up here. All right. I tried tracking the flight on flight radar today and just looking at it closely, and I couldn't quite figure out exactly what the course and where they landed and all that kind of stuff. So we're not fully mimicking it, but we're going to do our best for you, buddy. So yeah, there it is. So yeah, they had a nice flight into Warsaw, and I'm going to put a picture up on the screen that was on Neil's Instagram right now to show what he saw in the cockpit, which was a shot that if I pan like this, like it was of course at the gate, you can kind of see a little bit of the co-pilot on the right hand side and just all this stuff all set up and shut off at least. So through 19 now. We're online at VATSIM. There's absolutely not a soul in sight. Zooming out on my map right now, nobody for miles. Closest airplane right now is, if I do a measure great circle distance, so there's a guy that's 200 nautical miles away to the west. And people that had taken off from Warsaw a little whiles ago, they are about 175 nautical miles away. So yeah, another person in sight, and then looking down on the ground, zooming in, I have absolutely nobody. So yeah, the airport is all ours. We have free reign. So this was something that I was addressing with one of the people who was very nasty on Facebook to point out that you know, if you don't fly online on VATSIM or IVAO, it doesn't count. But it's like, you know, being in North America and it's 10 o'clock at night, which means it's about 2-3 in the morning over in Europe right now, like just usually just nobody other than North Americans who just don't feel like flying in North America. Hey, so be it. So having a look here, we'll go Whiskey Alpha 593, Insects, Barna, Whiskey Alpha 536, where we'll then turn on to the final for runway 33. It's all good. Now, we're going to do a flaps 15. And yeah, really it's just taking the airplane down slowly, making sure that we don't encounter any ice, which doesn't seem like we're gonna. So I'd taken a couple weeks off from recording because I did some business in Montreal for my company. So I actually got to fly on Porter Airlines from Toronto Island Airport to Montreal and back twice. So 4 flights I got out of that deal, which was kind of nice. The only good thing about traveling for work is that you get to fly. So yeah, it was pretty neat. The Q400 is a lovely airplane. Tight when you're sitting in the back, but you know, it's still nice. And then the sounds that they make, it's absolutely fantastic. So one of Neil's posts that I saw on Instagram before I started the flight here was a picture from the Airbus 343. He's like, this is way more quiet than the Dash 8. I was like, yeah, it's gonna do that. So 313 now. This is usually around the part where I start recordings, but I thought I'd just do a little bit of a longer recording tonight. Take you along for the ride as we hydrate up. So tomorrow is July 1st, Canada Day, so it's a holiday here, so I got the day off work, which is nice. Unfortunately, there's no rest for the wicked when you live on a farm. We'll be doing some hay baling tomorrow, so thankfully we didn't drop a heck of a lot of it, but just enough that it's gonna be some work. So might not get a real chance to do any flying tomorrow on the holiday, but that's okay. So let's start slowing down. We're gonna go to flight idle. This airplane just drops like a stone when you do that. Slow myself down to about 240 and then try and hold 240 until we get into the approach. Man, this thing is so quiet in my ears. I hate that. And the computer's jacked up and everything's jacked right up. But okay. Other thing too is that small little room, 3 computers running to make the recording happen. It's a lot here. You can see why a lot of people find it strange when there's streamers. There's 240. When there's streamers online, they're like, "Yeah, I got air conditioning, right next to me." It's like, I know why. Okay, so let's try and hold close to 240 there. We're through 10.7 now. Smoking and seatbelt signs are on, even though it's pure bright daylight. We'll turn the logo lights on. And I'm going to flick you to there you are, 1. Was it the frequency for, yeah, it was 1030, 1030. So that's the ELS dialed in. We're below 10 now, so lighting lights on, outside shot. Yes. Okay, so Final point is Erlag at 3,000, which is what we're armed to go down to. Hopefully by that point we will have the intercept with the localizer set up. Okay, you're FMS1. I wanted you to go to VAR1. VAR1. Okay, cool. So it'll show me some action when the ILS starts popping in. Textures really need some work. It's black stuff. Not nighttime right there, it's daytime. Come on. Okay, let's start slowing right down now. We'll go down to 220. Too far down. Cool. So, beginning of July, a day or so ago I would have premiered full flights, but if you didn't watch it, some of the things announced in that is we've extended the Airbus Revenge Tour another month to give a couple people who've been on vacation a chance to fly it. We have also got 15 more days now, so this one will premiere on the 3rd, so we'll have 12 more days for the mini Lufthansa Cargo goes to Tokyo tour, and we will have a new tour starting on the 15th that I got to set up still. We've decided we want to take Austrian 767s for a flight, so it'll be an Xplane tour, unless you have a 767 in P3D or FSX, in which case, yeah, feel free to join us. Yeah, so that'll be good times. Now, this thing is doing all sorts of wacky stuff. That took that turn really wide. Interesting. All over the place. Wonder if ILS1. Yeah, there we go. Let's do approach. Glide slope. We should be getting lock here right in a moment. Perfect. So we are zoomed out to 20, so Warsaw has got to be about just over 10 nautical miles away. So let's start with slow right down. Flaps 1, which is actually flaps 10, I think. Oh no, flaps 5, then 10, then 15, yeah. We're going to do flaps 15 on this arrival. And slow down. Localizer's coming now. I love this airplane. It's so complicated, but you know what? It is actually really fun to fly once you figure out the systems. So I didn't really look those up, so we'll just dial these back like so. That's our 1010.
We would kindly ask you to fasten your seatbelts again and turn off all your electronic equipment.
1010, perfect. And next stage of flaps, and oh, yep. Gear down. We're not doing an 850, so 1, 2. That gets louder, presumably. God, I hate these earphones. We're going to set this up differently for the next video. This thing warned me about bleeds, which is right. We're going to shut those off. So where are we at for flaps? And we'll need one more round of flaps once we get down to about 5 there. This thing's giving me a message. What's the message? Altimeter above VNAV alt. Okay, good. Keep a little bit of cheese on this thing at all times. Do not drop the throttles in this thing ever. Okay. So, standby hydraulic pressures, and we'll turn on the auxiliary pumps. Final stage of flaps. We'll arrest the speed drop and try and hold about 227 there. And airplane's on a bit of a crab right now on the way in for the wind, which is currently holding 250 at 8, so it's a crosswind at 8 right across from left to right. Ooh. See, yeah, you gotta really manage your power in this bad boy. You gonna hold on to the localizer there, or are we gonna lose it? Am I gonna have to take control? Oh no, you're gonna get it back slowly. Okay, so final checks with gear down. Flaps are 15. Let's kick the rest of the lights on. Which is just the taxi lights, really. Holding the power. Spoilers are set for flight. We're all over the localizer because of the wind. Holy crap, it's 27 knot crosswind. Well, this just got interesting. We probably should have landed on 28.
1,000.
Okay, well, let's not let this thing fight with it. Let's just take control and fight it ourselves. So hold that nose in. Steer with your feet. Wow. Hold it. God, I wish I could hear better in my ears right now. This is so quiet. Okay, just like that. Okay. Let the nose drop again, please. Fly right into the ground.
500.
Okay. Too high. Oh, that's too much. That's too much. Back pressure. Perfect.
Plus 100.
God, this thing's fighting me.
Minimum.
Continue. We're gonna be off the side of the runway here.
Sync rate.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Okay. Did anyone catch that part where it looked like I hooked into the ground or something there? Okay, everybody, welcome to Warsaw. We got Niels here just in time. Alright.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our final destination.
We'll turn
Please
into this
remain
runway
seated
here.
with seatbelts securely fastened
Oh, yeah,
until
right.
the aircraft has reached its parking position and the seatbelt sign has been switched off. Please continue to observe the non-smoking sign. On behalf of our airline, we would like to say goodbye to you now. It was a pleasure having you as our guests, and we look forward to welcoming you on one of our aircrafts again.
It was a pleasure to experiment with the laws of gravity with you there, as that airplane just came to a random weird ass halt, but you know, that's fine. Okay, gust lock. Landing lights off. U to red. Shut these guys off. Actually, no, keep the window heat on because that thing will just fog right up on me. And we'll find ourselves a place to park. So that was different. Man, we're going really fast. You should be on taxi range. Okay, so let's nominate gate 19. So F12, gate 19. Yeah, a lot can bring us in, seeing as how they flew. Neil's here today. Alright, so yaw damper off, off. We didn't really shut any of the things off that we're supposed to. Alright, you know what? We don't have a co-pilot with us. Let's just stop here a second and do this correctly. So that's off. You come to, where's that? You come to off. We'll get that started. Oops, that was too quick. And yeah, that's all good. That's all good. We don't need these aux pumps and standby hydraulics anymore. Put that back to 10. Okay, good. We good? We good? Perfect. All right. Now, where did I send Gary and friends? Oh, he's way down there. Gate 19 on that map and gate 19 on this map definitely do not jive. He might be changing gates. No, we do that. What gate is this? You're 9. That one's 10, so you gotta be 8. They're gate 8. Change gate 8. No. Lot. Well, Gerard's hiding in the building. That's okay. We'll make do. Lights off. Any sign of Gary? Sorry, it's kind of loud. Concentration on. But it's not. And 1, 2, 3. Start and feather, 30 seconds. Start the timer. Yeah, sure. Wait for that. We'll kill that. Generator on. That's good. Generator on. And we got enough to 30 yet. Need to stop the engines to request ground services. trying. And cut off. So we shuttle those off. Bing, 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 bing. So off. And those are off. There we go. F12, request deboarding. Let's get some stuff someplace. So that is menu, no, data, service I. Give me the GPU and open the forward passenger and aft bag. Stairs. Cool. Okay, everybody. Well, that was our flight. Thank you, Niels, for the inspiration. So, lovely takeoff from Vienna, landing here in Warsaw. I hope you enjoyed that. Back next week with another Fly With Me video. My name is Cody, Lufthansa 145, and from Austrian 623, safely down here on their ground here in Warsaw after a weird hook landing. Stay safe, happy flights. Cheers.